Ooh, that's a lot of nonsense. Okay, let's see what we got here. Age of Triumph, it's going to give me all the Grimoire cards again because I've switched characters probably. Hello everyone, my name is Veritas and welcome back to Destiny. Age of Triumph or Aegis Triumphi, for those of you that know dead languages. But here we are with the Age of Triumph. Fun fact, there is original orbit music, original loading music. The starting screen for Destiny no longer says Rise of Iron, it just says Destiny, OG, nonsense. We're back to day one essentially in terms of like music and like the load stuff. It's pretty cool. Hey Cortana, how about you fuck off? I hate this new update. I'm in preview program, so I have all this new crap and it's actually horrible. I hate it. So, playlist updates. Featured activity playlists have been expanded to encompass all Destiny has to offer. A new Daybreak mode has been added to the Nightfall rotation. Raid refresh, old raids return, and with new challenge modes, it grows stronger and stuff like that. Gear updates, new and updated gear is dropping in raids and other activities. There have been multiple changes to gameplay for balance. Interesting. We'll have to. Well, we don't have any patch notes as of this second yet, as far as I can tell. I have my phone constantly refreshing Twitter to see if anything new comes up. But build your legend, complete activity, complete challenges and create a record of your adventures. Blah 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 blah. Unlock emblems in your Age of Triumph record books. So that's the first thing we're going to do here. First thing we always do is take a giggly gander at the old record book. See if anything new is in the director. Okay, we got some new stuff. Sigil required for this. Okay, so this is a challenge. Alright, good there. We need a sigil for that. Interesting. Combined arms. Treasure of Ages there, weekly story playlist, treasure box there, and 5 weekly bonus remaining for that playlist. It looks like they've split up where the bonuses actually are nowadays. Before you could do either a Siva Crisis Heroic, or you could do the level 41 Arena, and those both pulled from the same weekly bonus pool. It looks like those pull from different pools now, because you have 5 for this and you have 3 for this, so I'm assuming that they are different pools. These two, at least, are different pools. So there's your 3 treasures for the week right there, those first 3. And it looks like our first Nightfall here has the Daybreak modifier active, so we'll be able to mess around with that. And it has Rainbow Burn, that's quite interesting. So Rainbow Burn, Ironclad, and Daybreak, that'll be fun. I'll do a traditional weekly reset video later in the day, like going over all the modifiers and stuff, because there's just so much to talk about now. We haven't even gotten to the tower yet. Weekly featured raid is Crota's End, Heroic, Deathsinger Challenge, and Crota Challenge. We got raid set gear, unknown rewards, which is exotics, and then Age of Triumph ornament there. Let's see, this all looks like stuff that we already have, the weekly reset, technically stuff. So let's go to the... Excuse me. Oh, we have a level 1 cinematic. Well, let's get into it then. I'm going to change my in-game volume so we can change that up to here. There we go. Let's watch the Age of Triumph cinematic together.
From the day your ghost woke you, your light has been our beacon. You defended this city from the worst the darkness sent against us.
Have we seen this already?
Pantheon, Crota,
Yes.
Oryx, Axis. When you are called on, you will do it again.
And again, and again, and again.
City's children tell your story to each other, pretending to be guardians. They grow braver and more powerful with each retelling. They are no longer afraid. You have shown them, and you have shown me, what it is to hope. You have led us to a new age, Guardian. An age of triumph and remembrance. Today and tomorrow and every day, you fight for us. You fight for the traveler. You fight for those who fled here from 1,000 nations looking for refuge. We thank you, Guardian, and we will never forget.
It's basically Bungie talking to us as the players, being like, thank you for making this as amazing as a journey as it has been. It's pretty much what it is. The speaker is essentially Bungie, if you haven't figured that out. That's why when everyone's like, Bungie doesn't tell us anything about the Bungie doesn't say anything. It's like they're the speaker. They're just there. They're always there. They kind of say some stuff. It's cryptic as hell. It doesn't make any sense. If you haven't figured that out yet, Bungie is the speaker, basically. Like, that's the secret. This loading screen, I'm trying to fill it with information. The Atis Triumphi. Interesting. I think I said Aegis earlier. I apologize for that. But the Atis. I'm excited because I actually forgot about, until a little bit ago, I forgot about the speaker having a quest line for us, which will be fun. I'm in the tower. I can hear myself in the tower. It hasn't loaded the visuals yet. Will the tower look different? Will my record book be completed upon accessing it? These questions and more. These questions, I can hear other people loading in, and they're running around, but I haven't been able to run around yet. This is this what being blind is like? Man, I hear myself. I hear other people having fun. There we go. Let's. The tower looks the same. All right, let's go to the postmaster. First things first, postmaster. Always go to the postmaster. The background screens look brighter. I will say, does the pause screen look any different? It does not. The menu screen looks no different. Looks like our light values are the same. That's good. Progress. Let's see. Record book. All right, let's take a gander at the record book here. I'm gonna break this seal. You ready for this? Ready for the seal break? Age of Triumph. Record and celebrate your victories against the darkness as you build your legend. Hold A to break the seal. Ooh! I'm excited. Seal's broken. Woo! Let's see. I have nothing yet. Good. Okay, so we've got the emblems, some emblems that have been shown, and then the t-shirt thing. All right, let's see here. All right, so from the beginning. Complete an activity between Destiny release and Dark Below release. Completed. Wolfbreaker. Complete an activity between, let's see here. What is this? Dark Below and House of Wolves. This one's Dark Below, House of Wolves, and Taken King. Okay, so it goes like this, so be sure to unlock it in the correct order here. Lunar Veteran. Complete an activity between Dark Below and the release of House of Wolves. I feel like I'm going to run out of inventory space real fucking quick. Alright, let's see here. I don't want to delete any of these things because I don't know if you can reclaim them yet, so we're going to delete old stuff. Namely those two. Alright, so we have Ab Principio and Tenebrae Lunea. Tenebrae? What is Tenebrae? That sounds familiar. It sounds very familiar. Alright, let's go back. I think I'll just open stuff into the bank now. Wolfbreaker. Complete an activity between House of Wolves release and Taken King release. Lupi Regine. Yep. Year of Triumph. Complete an activity during the Year 1 Moments of Triumph. Ring of Triumph. That looks pretty cool. Complete an activity between Taken King and Rise of Iron. Clades Origis. These are some fun names. Complete an activity during the April 2016 update. Umbra Varus. Hey! That sounds like my name. Almost. A little bit. Oh, we're running out of emblem space, boys. Oh, these are really cool looking, actually. I really like these. I don't want to get... I'm super worried that they're going to just delete themselves, because Bungie's never been really good about making it so your stuff doesn't just delete itself. Okay, they're going into here. Good. They're going into here. We can fill the bank with those. We'll have to go look and see if we can get them from the kiosk, because Bungie's been really bad about stuff coming from the kiosk. Rising Light, Umbra Varus. I like that one. That one sounds fun. That's it's Shadow something or Dark something. Completed an activity during Year 2 Moments of Triumph, Insignia of Triumphs. Memoria Fairy, Rise of Iron, and Age of Triumph. I can do that. Moving over. Story, complete the Black Garden. Queen's Ransom. Oh, I should probably go in this direction. The Waking in the Dark Below. Regicide. The Taken War. At the Gates. The Iron Lord Rises. Or An Iron Lord Rises, rather. Storied Past. Complete all story milestones in the Age of Triumph record book and unlock the page's emblem. The Tale Told. Moving over. Okay, so you have to do all this stuff. Actually, I have to load this up in my Titan. So let's look at the Warlock. Complete level 40 and complete the quest for that stuff. So you have to do all this stuff still. Melee abilities, super abilities, Guardian, defeat opposing guardians as a Warlock, defeat enemies with a grenade ability, okay, and generate orbs. Okay, so this is all stuff you have to do still. It means you have to get 100 kills as a Warlock. You have to get 100 kills as every subclass, or every class as a in the Crucible. Strikes, complete a strike on heroic difficulty. That's not bad. 20 of them, 20 strikes on the heroic difficulty. Complete the Nightfall in less than 30 minutes. Precision kills and strikes. Revive allies and strikes. Complete the Nightfall strike, 6 of them. So it's going to take at least 6 weeks. Well, it'll take 2 weeks to do this if you do 3 a week. Vanguard Elite Bounties, however many percent that is. Defeat as many enemies as you can in a single strike. Most kills in a single strike. Oh, I do that every single strike. That won't be that hard. And then complete all strike milestones to unlock this page's emblem, Vanguard's Edge. Interesting. Here we go. This is, we're getting into some stuff here. What's Historian? Recover dead ghosts in Crucible maps, 30 of 30. Well, aren't I special? Complete, capture control points in Crucible game modes, 30. Clash, looks like Rumble. Master of Arms, so it looks like Quartermaster bounties, so there's new bounties down there. I forgot about that. Rift and win Crucible matches. Interesting. Fun stuff there. Moving over. Raid insignia. Collect all raid challenge emblems. Oh, I just have to recollect these. Okay. So we're getting into new stuff. I want to see the collections page. I'm very excited about the collections page, to be honest with you. All right. So, strange pause for you. Apologize. I went over to the kiosk to see if you could actually get the emblems from the kiosk because I'm worried otherwise. So we're going to go ahead and delete some of them because we're not going to get one for every single thing now. I'm going to hold on to 1 or 2 of them, but I'll get rid of these because these are in the kiosk. So don't have to worry about deleting them. They're all in the kiosk. So don't be too worried about it. They are in the kiosk. They're right here in that. So let's keep opening the book and see where we're at. We were at the raids page when I paused. So let's see here. I should probably claim these rewards, huh? All right, rank 2. Excellent. The Traveler's Eclipse, which is technically originally called Exo Moon, but is no longer called Exo Moon. Raid challenges. All right, Glass Ceiling. Complete the 390 version of Vault of Glass, 390 Crota's End, 390 King's Fall, 390 Wrath of the Machine. Eliminate all Gorgons in the 390 Vault of Glass. When the 390 light version of Crota's End is the weekly featured playlist, defeat the Death Singer challenge and under the time limit, 2 minutes. Okay, that's just doing Death Singer then. Complete all raid milestones for Valor in Darkness. Okay, because Death Singer has a 2-minute limit. Oh, this is what I was interested in. This is the page that I'm very, very interested in. The most toys. Collect all. Okay, let's see here. 75 ships. 35 sparrows. 100 shaders. 120 emblems. I have 197 emblems, mind you. That's pretty impressive. Acquire exotic weapons, 55. Acquire exotic armor, 40. 102, interesting. And 5,000 grimoire. Having it all. Oh, that's a shitty that's where this emblem comes from? Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't like that emblem very much. Alright, Wanderer. Recover dead ghosts. Calcified fragments. Dormant Siva clusters. The sneak peek. Oh, this actually qualified that. Okay, that's kind of cool. And find Lysander's Cry. And then doing public events. 20 public events, gold tier public events, and Disturb the Remains. So we can go do, those are things you have to go do, and then you'll have Wayfinder, which looks like a really dope emblem. Moving over to Allegiances. This is going to be interesting. Rank 25 with Dead Orbit. Got it. Rank 25 with Lakshmi. Got it. Rank 25 with Commander Hideo. This is New Monarchy and, what is that? I forgot what that's called. Future War called. Shax's Emblem. What's that? 25 with Shax. Yep. 25 with Vanguard. And this one is 50 with the Cryptarch. And rank 5 with Iron Banner. I'm assuming that'll unlock when Iron Banner comes around again. That's my guess. As Iron Banner comes around, it'll unlock that. Bend to the Lighthouse. Yep, I've done that. All right, and then all this crap is that. So that's essentially what your record book looks like. Let's take a look at the kiosk here and see what emblems we do and don't have. Actually, I'm going to delete the ones in my inventory that I don't want, so you can actually see all of the new ones. So we'll get rid of Exo Moon. We'll get rid of Having It All. Get rid of A Rock in Ruin, and that looks so good. That looks so good. Holy shit. That's the Hunter Cloak. That looks so good. Can only hold one at a time. Okay, it's telling me I have these even though they're in the Postmaster. So here are your record book. Those are your record book ones, and then it goes through all of these. So you got all those. The AtruumVeritas one might be my favorite one just because of the name of it. Let's see, Memoria Fairy, Ring of Triumph, and then all of these for raids. And that's the Wayfinder one. That's the one that looks pretty dope. That looks really, really good. Trust and Honor, beloved of all allegiances, and that's by fire for Trials of Osiris. It looks like all of your Triumph stuff is right there, which is good. Let's see if there are any new shaders. I don't think there are new shaders, but we can take a look. I think everything is emblems. It looks like it's just going to be emblems. They would put it at the beginning if it wasn't all emblems. Oh, Eververse shaders. We'll look at those now. Oh, there's some Eververse shaders now. Those are new, I think. Blast of War, purchase, barrage. Okay, Blast of War, brush. Let's see here. Laurel Wreath. This sounds like this looks like it's the Age of Triumph. Yeah, that's the Age of Triumph shader. Then you have Barrage, which looks like it might be like a God of War type deal, like an orange God of War. Oh, that's a lit up God of War is what that is right there. Brushfire looks kind of like it's going to be, yeah, a little bit ugly. And then the Blast of War looks like it's going to be a little bit ugly as well. Mind you that the every class, the Warlock, Hunter, and Titan, will look a little bit different in terms of how the shaders apply to their armor. So if it looks bad on my Warlock, it might look good on your Titan or Hunter.
The darkness comes closer.
Yes, the darkness always comes closer. It's always getting closer.
Guardian.
Yes.
You are our protector.
Good.
Our champion.
Yes.
Our legend.
Mm-hmm.
I have faith that you will turn the tide that rises against humanity.
Fantastic. I'll accept your quest. Neat. Neat. Are there any perfect bonds this week? No.
Your actions give me hope.
My actions don't give me hope. I almost thought I was going to fall off that cliff. That was going to be interesting. I have to go clear up my postmaster because it's a little full of emblems right now, which is going to be a problem. But I like this Future War Cult emblem. It looks pretty cool. So, looks like we have some stuff to pick up, or at least turn in. So, let's go to the postmaster here and take a look at what we got going on. I feel like this is going to be full of emblems, unfortunately. Oh my. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to delete these. We need some space. Vanguard Signet and the Crucible Signet. Alright, so now we're done with that nonsense. Let's see what else we have to do. So we have the quest from the speaker, which is to go do story missions. So that will award us with something. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay. That's good. Good. Alright, so what I was mainly concerned about when it came to the progress of the record book was if it was going to qualify all of my faction nonsense. So 245, 100, 110. On my other characters, even higher than that. Now, let's see. Now, when I walk the city streets, I hear them tell stories about you. Complete story missions in the featured weekly playlist. Story playlist. That'll be fun. So let's get rid of... I'm going to have to get rid of these bounties because they're going to take up space. I want to get the Vanguard Elite bounties for doing those. But I think that's pretty much it. Let's go look around the tower and see what's new. Aside from what I've already shown you in the director and the quest from the speaker in the record book, that's pretty much all we have to worry about when it comes to Age of Triumph. I probably won't do a raid video, but the raid challenge modes and stuff will probably be on YouTube by other people in the very near future. I do want to look at the bounties from Shax and the Quartermaster down here, because apparently Shax has 2 bounties now. We didn't look at the Crucible tab out in the director, but it looks different now. Oh yeah, I want to look at the Silver Dust kiosk while we're at the tower. That's the other thing. So you contains Crucible armor. Interesting. Can't carry any more of these. So it looks like our feature playlists are Control and Supremacy. So when you play Crucible, it's going to be Control and Supremacy this week. There are bounties for weapons, I guess, for those. That's interesting. These are big bounties, too. These are actually really big bounties. 4 of these will give you enough rep to rank up without the Nightfall buff. 50 hand cannon, let's see here, 50 hand cannon, 50 pulse, 25 shotgun, 25 sniper, 15 heavy weapon. Interesting. And those all will reward you with legendary weapons as well. That's a lot of reputation and experience and stuff. Oh, and they have a material exchange now. That's pretty cool. Hadium flakes, though, are super expensive for those. New vendor rolls, apparently. Palindrome now has reactive reload, and is that new? Looks like it might be new. Yeah, I think that might be new. I'm not entirely sure. Rifled barrel. That looks like what it used to be. I'm not entirely sure if those are new rolls on the gear there. Maybe they'll just have new rolls at the end of their time or whatever. But do you have anything new for us, Eris? I don't think you would, but you are technically tied to Crota. So maybe you'll have some new stuff. Doesn't look like it. Hadium donation, antiquated rune. You can give her antiquated runes? That's interesting. Yeah, sure. I'll give you this. Yeah, why not? Huh. Interesting. I didn't even know that wasn't... Is that new? I haven't looked at Eris in like a year. I don't know if that's new or not. But the last thing I want to look at for right now, let's look at Eververse and then the Silver Dust kiosk, because I'm curious what's new in Eververse. Okay, this is all you can buy now is this stuff, which is interesting. And then here's the shader, full class set of Age of Triumph armor. Okay, so there's no longer dawning treasure boxes in the game. Instead, there are these, and these contain everything ever. Okay, here are the other three. All right, good. Silver Dust, miscellaneous. What's miscellaneous technically? Okay, just junk. Junk, and then you have the Day of Iron ornaments. So Armor of the Ages contains, let's see, this contains Spectar gear, Spectar gloves. I don't think I ever got Spectar gloves for the Warlock. In fact, I'm pretty sure I never did. Spectar and Rhymed gear, Desolate gear, and Crystalline gear. So that's all of the armor sets from everything. All the treasure box stuff. The Emblems of the Ages, so that's all SRL stuff. Blue emotes, and I'm assuming legendary emotes. The two ghosts, all the masks, all the shaders that have ever been sold, so all the SRL and associated shaders from events like Halloween and stuff, undermining all of my issue with these boxes is that they undermine all of the work you've ever done, because it's like, hey, if you never played Destiny until today, you can get stuff that people got at the time that it was like important and like you had to try to get it. And like, you know, the Halloween event was timed, you know. Festival of the Lost was a timed event. You had to get the stuff then, or it went away forever. And now these boxes are just selling them to you, basically, which is kind of annoying. And then the vehicles. And then you have all the new stuff. So all the new armor, which is technically original Vanguard gear. It looks like it's original Vanguard armor. We've got Touch of Malice, back into the class, Necrochasm, No Land Beyond, Suros Regime, Lord of Wolves, and Dragon's Breath, as well as the Order Theory and the other one. This one looks like it's one of the old ships, isn't it? This is an old ship. Okay, so this is an original... This is like an OG ship. See how this front part is like... It increases in size as it gets further to the beginning. This is an original ship design... one of the original scrapped ships from the original vanilla part of the game. These were, this is a newer ship design, but this one over here, this Order Theory, is an original ship design from a long, long time ago that is now reskinned to look different. It's differently colored now, at least. The paint job's different, but there's a lot of ships in the game that never came out. And that is one of the designs of them. So here you have all of the armors ever sold, so if you wanted a Dawning Chroma piece... which I think is... What's Dawning Chroma gear? Is that Rhymed gear, I guess? Sterling gear, so Spectar armor. Spectar, Dawning Chroma, Vanguard armor, Crucible armor, Future War Cult armor, Dead Orbit armor, New Monarchy, and Iron Banner armor. So I don't think you can get Crystalline gear, because Crystalline gear is not Chroma, technically. You have all your ornaments ever... I can buy the Prismatica now, which is kind of annoying. You can buy all the shaders now, which is kind of annoying. All the sparrows. The horns. Okay, here you go. So you can buy this gear. Specifically, you can buy this gear. It looks like it might be a set roll. Maybe it randomizes it once it leaves the kiosk. I'm not sure. But you can buy all that armor now. You can buy masks, emblems, miscellaneous, and all of the emotes. Okay, so you can basically buy everything, specifically. And this will change with your class, so on my Hunter, this will be Hunter gear. On my Titan, this will be Titan gear. Things like that. Your mask costs 20, your armor costs 15, shaders cost 25, sparrows are 30, and these are 25 as well. So if it's ever been sold, you can buy it now specifically for Silver Dust. If you so happen to have any Silver Dust, this will give you Rhymed gear or whatever other armor is in the boxes for your specific character. That's interesting, though. It's interesting. So you can pretty much buy everything in the game now. That was ever sold, which I'm kind of a fan of, and I also kind of hate, because it's like, what was the point of, you could pick up Destiny today, buy the collection today, and then just go through and buy all that stuff with Silver Dust if you so happen to have it. Which, I mean, technically speaking, it would be very expensive to do that, because you'd have to buy a bunch of silver, buy a bunch of stuff, dismantle it into Silver Dust, But at the same time, it's kind of annoying that they're just selling it for free. To me, it's free because I have a bunch of silver dust, but, you know, that's just me being a curmudgeon. So I apologize for me being a dick about it, but it's just kind of annoying. It's cool for collectors, though, like if you couldn't get an item. Good. Contains future war called armor piece. So this is even cheaper, and you can buy this for silver dust. So you can buy, it looks like you can buy the associated stuff from the actual vendors themselves, or you can buy it from what's it called? The kiosk out front. The silver dust kiosk is kind of like the one-stop shop for everything, and then you can buy it specifically from the smiths. I'm not going to look at every vendor. I'm sure I've missed something. I'm sure Amanda Holiday is selling like the shaders and the emblems for like silver dust or something like that, but there's no patch notes as of right now. I haven't looked in a minute, but I'm sure there. Let's take a look and see if any patch notes have come out yet. Okay, it looks like there is an update technically, so I'm going to open up and see what the patch notes are. If there's anything crazy important I need to like be mindful of, otherwise it's going to be the end of the video here, because I've covered pretty much everything. You know, the Nightfall and stuff is like super not important. I can't go through one in 5 seconds anyway. Let's see if the Vanguard has anything for us. Anything important. So the one about the Age of Triumph. Raids have been changed around. Okay. 3 of coins now activate on Templar, Atheon, Iryut, Crota. Added challenge modes to Atheon, Templar, Iryut, and Crota. Fixed an issue where killing Iryut would not always end the encounter. Okay. Let's see here. Crucible changes. You guys can read this on your own time. I'm not going to go through every single thing because there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Not dropping stuff. Grimoire cards, SRL Spell Racing can now be earned in private matches. Players who acquired Year 3 Koshtov will now be awarded with all of them upon entering orbit. So that's what that was earlier. Looks like you can buy Vanguard armor. Yeah, so it looks like all of the associated vendors sell it for silver dust, as well as buying it from this silver dust kiosk itself. So they fixed a bunch of that stuff. Players will now be awarded with the Year 1 Icebreaker Grimoire card upon getting the Year 3 version. Health regen changes. They talked about the health on kill thing. It's all stuff they've already talked about. New Nightfall modifier, Daybreak, Nightfall Blue Flames, Radiant Light. These all look the same. More aggressive idle player detection. Interesting, nice. In line with Crucible activity. So if you're idle for more than like 30 seconds, you get kicked, which is nice. Fixed an issue with the Nexus where the Aegis will continually delete and respawn. Blah 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 blah. Vendor gear. Okay, so vendors, this is the important part for us. Increase the reputation awarded by the gunsmith for completing weapon tests. Erismorn now accepts Moldering Sarge and charge antiquated runes as donations in exchange for Crota's Bane reputation. Adjust the price for ammo synths when purchased from Erismorn. Shiro 4 now accepts... Oh my god. That's a big change. Shiro 4 now accepts Ice and Fire tokens in exchange for 500 Vanguard reputation. How many Ice and Fire tokens do I have? Fuck, they're not on this character. I think I have like 16. I think I have like 20 Ice and Fire tokens. And I think that'll actually... Okay, so 500 with the Nightfall buff, which is 25% more of that. That's going to be crazy amount of reputation. Crucible Quartermaster now sells Animal Synth for Hadium Flakes. Vendor items sold for legendary marks have their light level increased to 380 from 350, I believe. Vendors selling level 40 legendary armor and blah now update perks and stats at the weekly reset. This includes the Vanguard Mentors and Quartermaster, the Crucible Quartermaster, Lord Shax, New Monarchy, Dead Orbit, and Future War Cult. Xur now sells 2 exotic weapon bundles each week in addition to his regular weekly sale items. Each bundle costs 30 strange coins and 25 silver dust and contains 1 exotic weapon and 1 matching exotic weapon ornament. That's pretty cool. So you can buy a bundle and it sells a weapon and the ornament to go, and an ornament to go with it. That's pretty cool. It's very expensive though. 2 new emotes available from the kiosk, please and thanks. We can go look at that. And adjusted the rarity of certain ships available from Amanda Holiday. Adjusted the... What? Alright, let's talk about the Silver Dust store while we're here. Many Eververse items from the Dawning are now available with the Silver Dust kiosk. Sterling and Radiant treasures have been removed from the Silver Dust store. New Silver Dust engrams have been added to the Silver Dust store to their corresponding vendors at a cost of 5 Silver Dust. We already figured that out. Item obtained from these engrams... dismantle into 1 silver dust, so Arena Engram contains infusible Crucible armor from Year 1 and 2. So all of the armor is from Year 1 and 2. Obviously, Year 2 armor does not mean Year 1 armor. So if you want Year 1 New Monarchy armor, you can get it from the Unity Engram, things like that. Players who have previously obtained Dawning and Desolate armor may purchase these from the Silver Dust store. Okay. Okay. That's a different story. Players who have previously obtained Dawning and Desolate armor pieces may purchase them from the Silver Dust store. Okay, that's different. Because that means that... Does that mean classes that haven't gotten that, you can only repurchase the ones you have obtained? Is that what that means? So, like, my Titan can't get gauntlets because I've never obtained gauntlets? Or if I've obtained gauntlets on my Warlock, can I get them on my Titan? That's a question I need to ask. Let's switch characters and take a look at that, actually, because my Warlock has everything unlocked. So let's look at a character that doesn't have everything unlocked. Treasures of Ages are now available for purchase from the Eververse. Treasure of Ages contain existing Eververse items as well as many new items to collect. We already looked at that. Let's go to the Titan, because this doesn't have... We can go to the Hunter, too, I think. Let's just go to the Titan. I know what I need on my Titan. Players can receive up to 3 things: Heroic Strikes, weekly Crucible playlist, and weekly Story playlist. We already looked at that. Fiction issue, dropping, blah, blah, blah. Looks like everything is good. It looks like everything's the same. Everything looks like it's fixed for the most part. You have to watch the cinematic on every goddamn character? Of course you do. I'm gonna go here. You can't make me watch a thing if I go to the Vestian Outpost. Okay, it looks like pretty much everything that I went over is what the changes were. Long video. Apologize for the 30-something minute video, 40-something minute video, but going over everything took a little bit of time. There are obviously more changes to do with the sandbox, health regen changes, Iron Banner changes, quests, Crucible things, bunch of stuff for the Crucible has been changed. We have to look at the Crucible thing has changed. I'll look at that at the end of the video because that's different now. But for the most part, that's it. If you want the full list of changes for this update, there's a link in the description. I'm sure Bungie's Twitter is spamming it, things like that. So I'll put a link in the description for 2.6.0. The one about the Age of Triumph in the description below. We're going to go here real quick and see what's going on. Ooh, there's something interesting in the raid section I'm going to read real quick too. Let's see if I can buy the Sterling Gauntlets on this character. This is not... Shit, I need the Silver Dust kiosk. My hubris has led me astray. Okay, good. We can go back to Orbit, look at the Crucible thing, and then talk about the raid, because there's something in here called the Knuckles of Ao, which is interesting, and I want to talk about it. Raids are now available at 390 light. New armor, weapons, armor ornaments, ghost sparrows, shaders, and emblems to discover. Players will receive an Age of Triumph ornament token, or armor ornament token for successful completions of the featured raid once per week per account. Oh, once per week per account. That sucks. So this is the featured playlist, I guess. Combined arms. Okay, let's see here. All right, so the raid thing. This is the important information. I can't believe I have to. Oh, I don't have to now. I already okay, so you can skip the cinematic. Interesting. Token once per week per account, so it's like skeleton keys from the Nightfall. All challenge modes are enabled on the weekly featured raid. Players will receive 1 Age of Triumph armor ornament for successful completion of the challenge mode once per character per challenge mode per week. Okay, so you get an ornament per challenge mode. So Crota's End has 2 challenge modes, you get 2 ornaments. Interesting. Players will receive a Knuckles of Ao by completing a featured raid's opening encounter once per week per account. Use the Knuckles of Ao to defeat a raid boss in the weekly featured playlist to receive extra rewards. Knuckles of Ao consumables stack to a maximum of 5. Interesting. So it's like 3 of coins for raids. That's interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's see here. Crucible Director, updated core nodes that cycle between available activities on a weekly cadence. Node 1 will cycle between Control and Clash. Node 2 is Rift and Supremacy. Elimination and Trials of Osiris. Skirmish and Salvage. Rumble and Rumble Supremacy. Okay. The weekly featured Crucible activities consolidate into a single node. Weekly featured activities include Combined Arms, Zone Control, Mayhem Clash, Mayhem Rumble, and Doubles. Classic playlists have been removed. Players who do not own Rise of Iron could access the weekly featured playlist. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff. Alright. Let's take a look. Let's see if getting one thing unlocks all things. Let's see if I can buy Sterling armor on this character. It doesn't look like it. Oh? Nope, you can't. So it unlocks it as you get it. So you still need to get it, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. So how do you get it now is the question. I guess you still have to get it from the... This is Chroma Gear. So the only way to get that armor now is to... Oh, that's annoying. That's kind of really, really annoying. So you have to get a Treasure of the Ages, then you have to hope that you get the one thing in here that you want. Let's say it's... where's armor? Armor? Let's say it's armor, then you have to hope it's this. That's even more annoying. Oh boy. But there's raid armor now, so who cares about the treasure boxes? Am I right or am I right? So that's fun. That's going to be it for me then. We looked at everything as far as I can tell. I want to go back to my Warlock and play around because that'll be fun to do. Actually, we can probably unlock the record book while we're here because we can get the Titan stuff done. It's weird you have to go to your Titan to do it, but it makes sense. I have to break the seal again. All right. I'll play your game. I'll play your game. Oh, I have these awards now. Cool. Not enough space. Of course, not enough space. There's never enough space. Where is Titan's Will? All right, hold the line and those. Cool. There shouldn't be anything on my Titan I haven't done on my other characters. Let's take a look. Make sure. Yes. Okay, cool. So that's pretty much it for me. That's all I have to show you. Patch notes in the description below. Enjoy your Age of Triumph, everybody. Have fun with it. I'm going to go do the quest lines and stuff, try to get a Nightfall done, do a raid, stuff like that. Go enjoy it. Have fun. I'll do a traditional weekly reset video maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do it at all actually this week because it's going to be so weird, but we'll see. But that's going to be it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I very much appreciate it. I apologize for the spasticness of it, but you know, when these new updates come out, you never really know what's going to be different. And yeah, so enjoy. Destiny's fun again, I guess. But yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Probably on Friday for the Zer video, because it's going to be more important now with the new thing that they added in. So, stuff like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And a thanks emote to say thank you. That's a good emote. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a good emote. What's the please one look like? Aw, they're so cute. But, thank you guys so much for watching. And, as always, until next time.